what Labat did is he filed a TPO, and of course you have to have an application. On that application, there's a sworn statement that you have to sign that says, I swear to the accuracy and truth of the facts that I'm saying to issue a temporary protective order against a citizen. So what he said was, he said, look, after having a conversation, she will not stop tagging on social media myself and my wife, and this is harassment. That's not true. And it's so easily to prove that it's not true because all you got to do is pull the social media. So what he did, and this is what really a statement against him, he actually withdrew the application after she went to the news meeting. Tried to act like it was a mistake and it shouldn't have been filed. Okay. But that's not true because you swore it out. So I think in an election year, this is a really important point. I can't tell anybody how to vote and who to vote for. But you gotta ask yourself, am I willing to vote for a sheriff who's so petty, so insecure, that he would go and try to take out a TPO on an advocate when all she was doing was lawfully expressing what she believed was incompetence or corruption? You got to ask yourself that. Am I willing to put a guy like that back into power in a sheriff's position, no less?
Right.
It's extremely uncommon, and you know why? Because not only is he asserting it against a citizen, so you got to think, a sheriff who has hundreds of deputies at his disposal is literally taking out a TPO for stalking against a citizen. But here's the more important thing. He's taking the TPO out on an advocate, a well-known advocate. So the first question you have to ask yourself is, hey, she has a First Amendment right to express dislike for anything that he's doing. So to rise to the level of stalking, you'd have to really show something, and that's why he put that in the daily is the word. Daily, she's tagging me and my wife, which is not true. That's why that's why he actually retracted it and had the TPO dismissed, but only after it became public. So like I said again, we're talking about a sheriff, and will you be willing to vote for somebody, a sheriff, who would literally try to arrest an advocate for expressing her First Amendment rights in that way?
Overwhelmed. It is. It's overwhelmed because you just think every day, like, what is he up to? You think every day they say that he's a narcissist. So you're thinking like, okay, well, is he gonna try to kill me? You know, because I have been getting phone calls, funny phone calls. Last night when we were at a debate, you know, he was babbling back and forth with me, and he's supposed to be up there, explaining to our residents why he's wanting them to vote for him. And here it is, he's making excuses of why I put stuff on the inmate welfare funding directly towards me. You know, when this is not about me, this is about the law. Like, regardless of what you saying that you fed people from the inmate welfare funding, it's still against the law of what you did. If that's not what that money was supposed to be used for. So he's up here on the debate arguing back and forth with me. I'm saying, well, the inmates need to eat too. You're saying that, you know, you want to get $40,000 in Chick-fil-A gift cards. How do you sit up on a stage still and go back and forth with someone? Your attention span is not with the community. It's with what you're trying to cover up.
Even if everything she just said was not true, she has a right to say it. I was an elected official in the city of Clarkston, 16 to 20. I've been called everything in the book, communist, all kinds of stuff. People who voted for me disagree on my stance on marijuana, for example, reducing the fine, all this kind of stuff. Hey, I don't go out and get TPOs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't say, hey, man, you can't say that. You don't talk to me like that. I'm going to go get a TPO on you. You don't do that.
Yeah.
You're an elected official. And I keep emphasizing, the sheriff no less. You do not, because someone is aggravating you, who's advocating, expressing her rights under the First Amendment, say, you know what, I know one good way to shut you up. I'm going to put your tail in jail.
So when you have people that sit with him, as far as your deputies, and you have and I never will say names, but when you have people that are employed by him come to you with different things that I am placing on social media, that sits in meetings with him, that knows when he's doing drug buses and all of these different things that he's have going on, these things are for them. Everything that's being put out are for the community. These things are not personal. Like I said, and this thing that I have with him is not personal. I went door to door. I went door to door to get him in office. So the person that I thought that I was going door to door to get in office is not that person. And so now I'm going door to door, I'm going social media, I'm going blast to get him out of office. There is nothing wrong with that, because, and that's what's wrong with the community today. We go so hard to get them in, and then when it's time to get them out, we sit there and we complain. I'm not complaining. I'm going after what I feel is right, and that's from the top to the bottom. That's all of them. It's not just him. This is an action towards his job. It's not an action towards him.
Yeah.
It just so happened to be personal because he is doing things that was disloyal to not only the community, but to his family, to his wife. So he made it personal. And so it's not a black and white thing. And people keep on talking about, why are we going after all the black people? Why? It's because I'm black. And I want to see somebody black in office that's doing the right thing for black people.
So I'm very proud to be standing here with L.A. Pink, a courageous L.A. Pink who advocates 7 days a week for our community. And I think the reason why the cult of corruption in Fulton County is afraid of her is because the street listens to L.A. Pink, because they know her heart. They know what she does for people on a daily basis. That's her reputation. You can't buy her reputation, you have to earn it. And they cannot counteract her reputation. So they're trying to silence her. And we, the residents of Fulton County, need to get rid of the cult of corruption, starting with Sheriff Labat and his friend Fonnie Willis, Natalie Hall, Marvin Arrington. They're all one and the same. They need to go, and they need to go now.